Double 18 outside Vicarage Road and in front of the Graham Taylor statue today on deadline day with Shane. We've done Nikhil's fan cam, Aiden's fan cam. It's time for Shane. Mate, we walked up to the Vic today and you weren't happy. You weren't happy with our business, not only from the start, but till now it's deadline day. It doesn't look like we're going to bring in anyone else apart from Jake Livermore, which isn't really that exciting. How do you assess the window as a whole?
Jake Livermore isn't that exciting. That is just the quote of the season, isn't it? Jake Livermore isn't that exciting. Well, yeah, he isn't that exciting, but you've got to ask the big questions now, haven't we? I mean, a lot's been made already. I mean, players have been made available for us. We could have put in a bid. Lots of people are saying, oh, you know, we're not this kind of club to, you know, put in big bids, but if you pay the money, you're going to get the player. You just need to start doing that now. You know, the Potters are not the kind of people to go out and spend all their money. I get that, but it's just been a very, very shit transfer window. And I mean, I can't sum it up in any other way. I mean, some of the rumours and stuff yesterday, you know, were floating around, and I was like, all right, okay, yeah, some of this stuff could actually, may happen, may not happen, but I think yesterday just summed it up. And I'll tell you what really summed it up for me. Yesterday evening, a few people obviously responding to Adam Leventhal, and some guy put back, I think he was talking about Deeney and everything, and Leventhal tweeted, Deeney looks like a fitter Deeney this year. Really? Deeney looks fitter this year. And as soon as I saw that, well, what Leventhal put, I don't care how ripped Troy is, by the way. As soon as I saw Leventhal say that, I'm like, we're not signing a striker. That's it. He has confirmed that cryptically via Twitter. He hasn't come out and said it because he can't come out and say that outright. But he knows deep down we're not signing a striker. And when someone criticised Deeney, he said a fitter Troy Deeney is coming. He's returning this season. As if that's supposed to cure everything. Because Deeney had a shocking season last year. Andre Gray, is he really up for it? You know, he huffs and he puffs and, you know, he just doesn't do it in the end, does he? I mean, I thought he was disappointed against Sampdoria, I'm being perfectly honest. But it's now the reliance that we've got on two players that haven't really impressed us, because we are going to have to play two up top now. There's no Stefano Akaka because he's injured. Who else does that leave? Odiolare?
Where do you see the season going now? I mean, look, if we analyse each signing, Delafeu was one we expected. We got Messina in, Navarro. These players which do fit the Potsos model where we buy them cheap and sell them on. But realistically, where do you see not only the squad but the club going this year? Okay, I'll be honest, all right. As harsh as that first bit may have sounded towards the Potsos, he did very well in getting the best for Richarlison. He's gone. He's pissed off. I'm glad he's gone, Richarlison. His mind wasn't here. He never was here. He didn't want to be here. I'm glad we sold him. Doucouré coming in on a 5-year deal. Fantastic. Fantastic. But where is that Gino been? Where has he gone? Has he gone to recharge for like next summer? Now, you've honestly got to ask the questions. How can we have something so good as Delafeu signing permanently and so good as Doucouré, then all of a sudden ends up in Jake Livermore? No, do you know what? Look, Messina looks like a very good signing. He's built like a tank. I think he could be really good. Ben Foster, I'm so glad he's back. So glad he's back in a Watford shirt. Conti but professional. The goalkeeper situation's a bit weird though. I think I would have liked to have seen a bit more of Dalberg this season. Doesn't look like it. Gomez is still here. I think Gomez is going to hang around. I think maybe for another season or so. I think this would have been the best time to get rid of Gomez personally. But I think with Dalberg, it's very much a case of Gomez and Foster do the business, and Dalberg watches in almost a watch and learn kind of role, because this will be you next year. And he's got two great mentors in doing that. Gomez is, again, a fantastic professional. But Mark Navarro, versatile defender, right back, centre back. Could be good, but then again, I would argue Kiko had a great season last year. So is there really any need for that? But we've got some great cover at right back. Midfield, said it before, one of the best, if not the best, outside the top six at the moment. I mean, you look at the quality in there. Doucouré staying, Chalabar's in there, Cleverly coming back from injury. All right, Livermore, but, you know, at the back, mate. And, of course, you've got the midfielders. Will Hughes had a big season last year. Time for him to step up. He was injured. Needs to come back in again. Pereira, disappointed to hear some of the stuff coming out about Pereira. Torino linked, 20 million euros.
Mazzari, do you really want to go and play for Mazzari, Roberto? Do you really? That guy, the clown? He wants to... What makes it worse, right, is that, and we don't know the player's attitude here. The player might say, you know, I want to go. But the fact that the club has said, yeah, you can have him for 20 million euros. Yeah, just take him. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Our transfer window closes at 5 today, but we'll manage somehow. I don't know how we're going to manage, because yesterday I saw Isaac's success is on his way to Villa. Who Who's going to come there? Are you going to come? Are they going to start asking for the fans to come?
And then you move on to the striker.
Right side of midfield again. Ken Sema looked lively against Sampdoria, but he's a young player. He's going to need time to settle. He's got a lot of potential. Some have said he's got more potential than Richarlison. Will he hit the ground running like Richarlison? I don't think he's going to hit the ground running by Richarlison. And if he does, when will that form peter out in the season? Because he can't maintain that. He's such a young player. Deulofeu's huge. He's going to be fit, I think, for the weekend. He's massive now. I mean, you look beyond our strikers. Deulofeu's a key player for us. He's our key player.
He's injury prone.
He's injury prone.
It's so risky, in my opinion. If you look at the squad, the depth in areas is good. Left back, at the back is good. But when you go to the forward positions, and I know you've got a few words to say about the strikers, it just doesn't fill you with any confidence. Alcacer not getting over the line.
But here's the thing, all right. It's all well and good having defensive reinforcements. That's great, and that will solve half the problem. And the midfield will be great as well. We can't really be expecting our midfield to bail us out. We can't have Doucouré as our top goal scorer. Again, that just doesn't sound right. And whilst the defence has been addressed, we have serious problems up front. Because believe it or not, it's not Cabasele that's going to be tasked with getting 15 goals. It's Andre Gray. And right now, he couldn't find me if I was standing over there and he was over here. He'd probably hit it over there on top of that fucking aerial up there or something. In all seriousness, it's so disappointing. Alcacer again. Why are we only going for loans? A 2-year loan deal, all right, it's better than nothing, but we've got the money. 26 mil. Pay the man. Pay his wages. 100 grand he wanted, apparently, plus. 100 grand.
That's what you need to get the top players.
Give Troy a fucking pay cut. Give Troy 50 grand. Tell him, do you know, mate, for the other 50 grand, you can talk to any fucking publication you want about the size of our fucking cojones. Like, I don't care. We need to stump up the players, because for me, as much as this, and look, as much as it sounds as if I'm very anti-Troy, I do love Troy. For me, more than anything else, I want him to bounce back to his old self. I can't see it happening, though. I can't see it happening. Yeah, he might look in better form, and yeah, he might look ripped, but it's a case, yeah, but you know what, that's the excuse some people have said. Oh, Troy looks ripped, therefore we're going to get top 10. No, we're not. No, we're not. It's more than just Troy and Andre.
Right, before you have
score the goals.
Before we have another midlife crisis, season ahead, Livermore looks to have signed. Deadline day. 1, can you see any more signings coming in? And number 2, where do you see the season as a result of this transfer window?
Do I see any more signings? No. I think no. As the Sky Sports News presenter said this morning, we got our business done early, apparently. Although I failed to see where that business was. Maybe I was asleep on my sunbed in Mallorca for that. I don't know. Maybe I have to go back over my old Instagram posts, see if I can find that. But, nah. Where do I see the season going? I think it's going to be a struggle. Look, I think right now we're basing our midfield on trying to bail us out of it. If our midfield can't do it, it has to be our strikers. If our strikers can't do it, then who else is going to do it? You know. And again, I've got reservations about Javi because he doesn't change the team up a lot. You need to give him the players. And I was angry when he came out and was like, oh, you know, he sounded like a puppet on strings. He sounded like a puppet. The Pozzo just manipulate him. Yeah? When I say jump, you say how high. It's as simple as that. And he doesn't strike me as the kind of manager, right? And I know people are going to say, oh, it's the Pozzo model, but you need to have some oomph about you. And I think that's the problem with Marco Silva. Silva had that oomph. Silva did retaliate back at the owners to say, no, I want this, I want that. Look at some of the players that signed for us last summer, the players who had such a positive impact on the team. Because Silva was there driving them on. The Pozzos don't like that.